his
the,
shit.
the Pantheon.
The Pantheon. Yeah.
So I wanted to, make sure that I came correct, and I think it was pretty well received. And it's funny because I still tell the same people all the time, man. Like, yeah, no, I don't rap. I just splashed on that one.
Right. I feel that. I feel that. J.R. Swift's done a lot of good shit for Griselda and shit. Like, people be thinking it's Derringer sometimes. You be like, oh, that's J.R. Swift. Yeah.
Nah, J.R. Swift got his own sound, man. Nobody confused him and Derringer, I don't think.
But the same person who called Vega the Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Marcia,
that guy probably would. That guy would. Yeah.
He's 19 on Reddit. Yeah. That's probably what it is. They don't really know.
Disparaging the youth.
Yeah.
And classic hip hop to him is like J. Cole or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh my God. I almost threw up. Who run it? Everybody out there, before we get started, I'd like to say 1, 2 things. Thank you for everybody who listened to the Collusive Partisans album. If you did it, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Fuck you. Anyway, Carl, how you doing?
It is a big deal. The Russians coming for you.
Pause. No Puff Daddy. No Puff Daddy, yo. The Russians coming for you. Pause. No Puff Daddy. The cool Mondo Slade hoodie you got there, bro.
That's right. In honor of Collusive Partisans, I figured I would.
Oh shit, Mondo on the shit. That's right.
That's
he didn't like none of the beats.
That's right. Bro. Well, no, he didn't like that one specific. Man, it makes me laugh every time I hear that too. That's hilarious.
Yeah, because Body Bag Ben didn't do the
this
beat.
This beat is terrible, Lukey.
What? Yeah,
Call me, man. Call me, let me know.
Primo Jab's a very nice Kiss the Ring shirt you have on there, bro. Yeah.
That was the mood, man. I felt like, we got to demonstrate, man, Shout out Rome. Shout out China. You know what I mean?
American Nightmare.
Okay, we in the building, you got to rep with the good merch.
That's right.
You got to, yo. This is episode issue 136, and we got none other than Body Bag Ben on the horn.
Yes. Welcome.
Appreciate it, man.
The butcher.
Yeah. Hey, yo, son, them Lonzo Ball shoes, BBB.
Yeah.
You ever cop those? Just because, Body Bag Ben.
You know what's funny about that, man? My wife's been giving me a hard time about it. I've had the same shoes for 12 years, man. I need to get a new pair of fucking shoes. So maybe I'll get those ones next. I don't know.
No, don't do
shit.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm just fucking with you.
It's like kicks. So you get the same type of kicks, or you wore the same?
I'm not a big materialistic guy. You know what I'm saying? I could give a fuck less about clothes, shoes, none of that shit, man. I spend my money on equipment. I stash it for the family. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to build that nest for later on in life when I'm old and retired. And now it's, you're going to see me when I'm 63 with, all the fucking brand new shit.
I feel you, man.
In the meantime, I don't give a shit about that.
Word. I wish I was like you. I wasted a lot of money on champion stuff.
Yeah, man. We all been there, done that. And I used to be into clothes and shit back in the day, but like I said, man, I don't know. Something went off in my brain where I'm just like, this shit's just a waste of money, man, because you ain't really even rocking shit like that. You know what I mean? You wear it a couple times, and that's just fucking gone. On to the next thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, real shit. Yeah. Check it out. Did you come to this revelation when you had children? When you had kids?
What? It was a little bit after. It was a little bit after because I had my kids young and shit. I was still in my early 20s and shit, and so in my mind, I was still rocking out, going out, doing this, doing that, and you want to dress good and whatever else. But
is that still an accurate statement?
Which,
have your kids when you were young?
I don't know, man.
Aren't there congratulations in order?
Yeah. Me and my wife we're expecting our son. Yeah, our son.
Yeah.
Oh man, congratulations!
Yes,
congratulations!
absolutely.
Cheers,
baby.
Yeah. So now it's I'm having kids young and then I'm having them old. So I don't know, man.
That wasn't what I was trying to say. I just meant recently. That's all.
You know what though? It's a blessing, bro. Because you know she's definitely my biggest fan, biggest supporter and shit. And honestly, there would be nobody back then without her. I was dead, man. I hung it up. I wasn't doing no music. I wasn't doing none of that shit. I had all the equipment. She was just collecting dust, man. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, she helped kind of get me back into it. So, you know, I owe her a thousand times thank you every time. You know what I mean? And
it's cool.
But yeah, you know, it's, you know, when people have kids when they're young, they don't really plan on, you know, it just kind of happens and shit like that. And but this one was planned. You know, we got married. You know, we did everything according to
the right way.
Yeah. So it's good. I'm really excited about it, and yeah, absolutely. So
I'm gonna get the operation, Ben. I'm gonna get the operation. I heard you out of work on Friday. You back Monday. I'm gonna start shooting blanks. Yeah. And my gun ain't gonna have no bullets.
Yeah, man. You know what? Like I said, bro, it's crazy because I'm getting up there. You know, I'm getting older and shit, and you know, I was shocked. You know, to be honest, it just like happened like that. I was like, damn, shit. I guess I'm still healthy in that department.
Man, come on, man. Hugh Hefner had babies until he was like 70-something, 80, you know what I mean?
Like Robert De Niro, too.
Robert De Niro, there you go, yeah.
In the 70s, they both had kids, and then they both got divorced from their...
That's wild. He's like, hey, you were cute enough to have a kid. I don't want you around anymore.
Exactly. I got what I needed.
Yeah, then you out. My only problem with me is I'm 41, and I got a 2-year-old about to be 3. Will I have this energy to chase this little motherfucker around for the next 6 years? I'm pretty sure I will, being me. But yo, this is tough. You're gonna be chasing around. You think about it. I'm gonna be 60 when she's 20. Now that's
I'll do one better. My dad, in his third marriage, had his vasectomy reversed when he was 52.
Damn.
And my youngest sister is turning 31 this year.
Wow.
And my dad's 80. So, and my dad still plays tennis like 4 days a week.
That's great. That's really what it's all about, bro. Your health, your wealth, mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keeping up with it. You know what I mean? And to say what you were talking about at 41, chasing your 2-year-old, your 3-year-old around. That shit's gonna keep you young, man. You know that's just
it kind of is. I can't fight, yo.
I know a lot of our age, because I'm your age, bro. I'm gonna be 40. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Shout out to the motherfuckers that are old but look young.
Yeah.
I'll be 51 in a week.
Oh, yeah. That's right. April. Yeah. Chasey's birthday.
A lot of people tell me all the time, you don't look 40. You don't act like it. You don't carry yourself. Bro, because I'm active. I'm healthy. I try to take care of the mind, the body, the whole shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And really, you know, it starts to kind of come out and it resonates around you. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
having the newborn is going to really help me kind of dial that up even more. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, looking forward to it. And that's real life. You know what I mean? Real life shit. So
that's awesome.
True indeed. Now I know a little bit of your background. That you was with the video Contra was hardcore. Then you went to hip hop. Then you had like the dry spell where you like stopped. What made you stop and what made you come back?
You know what, man? I don't know, man. I just kind of felt like I hit a wall. You know what I mean? I just felt like the creativity. I mean, because I was doing a lot in my band, bro. I was writing the music. I was
singing and shit.
I was touring, traveling everywhere, and at the same time, I still had a full-time job. You know what I mean? I was a structural iron worker and shit. And
God damn,
hard job.
Tough. Yeah.
Dangerous fucking job too, and very demanding. A lot of hours and shit. And so I just kind of felt like, you know what? I'm one of the two. I have to give more to one or the other. And at the time, you know, some of the other dudes that were in my band and shit were just they weren't like mashing the fucking gas pedal like I wanted them to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking go for it. You know what I'm saying? But these fools were lazy, man. They just get caught up in the party shit and want to just be hanging around, drinking, fucking, and just fucking around. You know what I mean? I wasn't about that. I was like, and I think that's because I was the only one in the band that had a real fucking job at the time. So I was just like, that push.
I'm gonna try to,
You know what I'm saying? That push mentality, and they weren't trying to do all that. And, you know, I was like, all right, well, fuck it then. I'm out. And then, So I split, and then one of the other lead guitarists split, and we were the two that wrote all the songs. So once we split,
shit,
band was over pretty much.
Oh, bro, yeah. I mean, we wrote 90% of the fucking music, and it is what it is. And I wish those guys the best of luck and everything. And none of their stuff ever really turned out to, it just kind of died on the vine. One guy just stopped playing music altogether. The other guy tried to start other bands and shit, and just never really led to much. But I think he got karma though, because that fool, he was the reason why I quit. On top of them being lazy, this fool was dragging our name through the mud, bro. Like he used to do like graphic design and shit. So the record label that we were signed to, he fucking was stealing money from the label, and the owner was not happy about it. He took us off tours. He took us off all kinds of shit. So we were losing money.
Damn.
Whole mess, bro. And so with my daughter's mom, we used to live together. And so we all used to live together. We had this big fucking house. It had its moments. It was fun, but it was chaotic. So we pull up to the crib, and there's one of those big fucking giant padlocks. You know the ones I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, eviction.
Yeah, we're done. We got kicked out of this one. So I pull around the back, and the landlord's back there with the cop, or the sheriff, or whatever it was. He was like, "You fucking guys haven't paid the rent 6 fucking months." I'm like, "Oh my
You're like,
God.
what do you mean?
And
you got a job at this point, right? So you were probably doing your part.
Oh, dude, I was paying. Yeah, never missed a rent payment.
Yeah,
so
that's bullshit.
Kevin hasn't paid rent in 6 months. So this fool was taking our rent money and doing God knows what with it, and got us kicked out of the house. And I was like, I'm done with this fool, man.
And you had a kid.
Yeah, on the way.
Wow.
Hey, you shot the fair one with him? you knuckled up?
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. He disappeared. That fool ran off to Missouri or some shit. I never seen him again.
Missouri, yeah.
Wow. Give me his name.
Missouri.
We'll find him.
Yeah, maybe I know him. Maybe we was. Yeah, maybe I know him. Maybe my homie served him or something. I don't know.
You know what though? His dad was always a big supporter of what we did, and loved to see us when we come through on tour. Mm-hmm. His dad wrote us all a check for the amount that his son stole from us. And
wow. Stand up dad.
Yeah, gave us all our money back. Yeah, it was crazy, man. That was the last time I ever seen that fool or heard from him or anything. So I don't know.
That is wild though, bro.
Yeah, that's why I quit.
Yeah, I would quit too. I would have had to put hands on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what I
wanted to, man. But it's what would I have done? I would have hurt the guy, and then now he's the kind of cat that would have. He
would have told on you. He would have pressed charges, all that type of stuff, and he would have ruined your situation. You were out there actually being about something.
Yeah, he would have fucked me up, and that's one thing that I knew. I was like, if I beat the shit out of this dude, which I know I could easily, I mean, that's nothing.
Yeah,
it's gonna get on me. Now I'm fucked.
Yeah, see, no, man, the money. I was talking to, I think maybe Lukey the other day. I think I said this, or if I didn't say it to him, I said it to somebody, man. When people owe you money and they scumbags and they disappear, just consider whatever money they ran off with, that's the cost of getting them out of your life. And your life is that much better. If it costs that little bit of money for somebody to be, to run off and be a scumbag, it was worth it. $20, $200, whatever the case is, good. Now I never have to think about you, talk about you again. You got it, bro.
I'll do you one better. Never lend anybody money unless you expect never to see it again.
Oh, of course.
And if they do return it, that's amazing. That's dope. I can trust you. I'd be more than happy, but I'll only do it to somebody once.
I always feel that way whenever I give my brother money.
Good pause.
Can you get it back?
Sure, indeed.
Yeah,
hey, also, you say you beat the man up easy. Is that why you got the name Body Bag Ben?
Good one, Lukey.
I don't know, man. You know what's funny? I'll tell you how I got the name, but I just, I grew up in a, rough neighborhood, man. Oxnard, gang shit, and just a bunch of...
Yeah, I saw that.
Around me,
I spent time in Oxnard when I was a shorty, man. I went out there for the summer for 2 weeks. My uncle lived out there, him and his family, and me and my brother had to stay out there for like 2-3 weeks in the summer. We went to some crazy mall out there. And I'll never forget it because there was definitely like, gang members that were posted at the entrance sizing us up as we were coming in and out the mall. It was wild.
I grew up in a neighborhood called California, and that's like the gang neighborhood. You gotta be smart with it. You gotta be with it. You gotta learn to defend yourself. So, before I even met any of those guys, 300, 400, 500 fights or some crazy shit like that. You know what I mean? Not that many. I'm exaggerating, but a lot. I'll just say a lot. So, and yeah, that's just some old tough guy bullshit. When I was young, I used to get in a lot of scraps and shit, but I never let that like define me or be the one thing that I was like, yeah, I'm fucking tougher than everybody or whatever. That's never what it was. I think just how I carried myself was enough for that dude to understand what it was. You know what I mean? So
definitely. But
anyway, now how I got the name is funny. Once I started getting back into it, I had one of my homies, Mark Ford, another really dope producer, MC from around my way. I have him up in the spot. I'm just playing him beats. I must have played him like 30, 40 beats just back to back to back. And he was like, bro, you hadn't played me one bad song yet. I'm like, nah, man, I got to work on that. I got to work on this. You know what I mean? I'm my own worst critic. Trust me.
Yeah.
He was like, well, what, you got a name? I go, nah, just Ben. He was like, Body Bag Ben. He's like, everything you played me was a fun. I was like, it was funny because he didn't think I was going to take that one serious. And he was like, so next thing I know, you're putting out an album with Ito. It was Body Bag Ben and Ito. I'm like, I told y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we ran with it. And, here we are.
Word. The Integrity album?
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
Well. I'm sorry about that. I missed that little bit right there, the Body Bag. I caught the end of it, though. Fuck, I'm about to run this back and hear this shit. Yeah. But boom. Was that the first when you came back? Integrity?
No, actually, I put out, I guess my first like official thing when I came back and got back into it was The Season. And I had like Danielson on there, Rig, A Royale, Jay Cyanide, bunch of folks, all of them before they all started like blown up and shit. I used to get shout out to Rome. I used to get verses from Rome for like $200. You know what I mean? Like, now you can't even talk to him and shit. So big up to Rome.
Yeah. He's around though. You know what I'm saying?
He's cool. I got a lot of respect for that dude, man. He's doing his thing. He's killing it and shit. And
yeah, true indeed, man.
A couple years could change your whole life. You know what I mean? And
yeah, you're right.
But that dude's very active. You know what I mean? And he moves around a lot. You know what I mean? I think he takes a lot of advantage of the opportunities that were presented to him early on. And that's important, man. If you're going to take this music shit serious, you gotta jump on every little opportunity, man, and just go. You know what I mean? Yes. You can't, I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll get to it. No. You got to do it right there on the spot or that shit's going to pass you by, man. So trust me, I know I've had a couple missed opportunities. I went, fuck. If I'd have just did it last night instead of waiting until this morning, you know what I mean, or whatever, who knows what could have happened. But it's just part of living, you learn.
Yeah, life though.
Yeah, facts. It's all good.
Yeah, that's all it is. I was gonna say, is that something that you think you credit your wife for? Like, as far as like, because let's say since 2018. Right? You've been on this tear, right? You've been putting out tons of stuff. It doesn't seem like you've let any opportunities pass. And like you said, you're networking, you're working with a lot of people far outside of Cali, worldwide, essentially. So it doesn't seem like you've let any opportunities just slip through your grasp at any point right now. You've been capitalizing.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys like acknowledging some of the things, man. It's
no, that's why you here, bro. That's why I wanted you on the show, man. We got to. You're a very hard worker out here. You put in a lot of work.
I really try to balance it though, too. You know what I mean? Like as much as I invest my time into this shit, I spend an equal amount with my wife and the kids and living that life and having that balance, man. Because
balance, yeah.
Everything like work, you're going to stop liking it. You're going to stop wanting to do it. And
true indeed.
That's how it was getting for me for a minute. You know, I was taking on too many things and the shit just felt like work. And I was working with some people that were real pushy, real needy. And they were like sucking the fun out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I need to start fucking around with these fools because it's not fun anymore. You know what I mean? They're making it about business. They're making it about them. And they're taking away the whole reason why I got into this shit, to feel good about it, stand behind something quality, and put that out there for people to really enjoy. Sure, if we can make a little bag off of it, great, fine. But I mean, let's be honest with ourselves, man. Anybody who's in it at this level, thinking they're going to get rich off this shit, or they're in it only for the money, fucking clowns.
Yep, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Fucking clowns. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure. Like today, me and Vega, we dropped our album with Fuck Rap. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Kawasaki Killers.
You did.
Did really good the first day. You know, sold hundreds of records. Fucking A, great. Does that mean I'm gonna go out and fucking
not go to work?
Like you guys are. If I'm gonna be on your little podcast, I want $500 to fucking join. Nah. I'm saying, like,
well, you can't make that shit up.
Nah, and I'm telling you, man, like, I'm sure you got people say, I'll do it, but you guys got to pay me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've heard that before.
Yeah, and that shit bugs the shit out of me because that's how you know these fools ain't in it for the right reasons, man. And you know what? That's why it makes motherfuckers like me stand out, and I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about my business. Don't get me wrong. Anybody that's ever done business with me will say, we take care of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether you're talking to Milano Constantine, G-Rap, so whoever. I've worked with a fucking whole plethora of motherfuckers, and they all say the same shit. No, Ben's about his shit. He handle his business, and that's step one. After that, let's fucking have fun with it. You know what I mean? Like, let's play it. Let's put out the best shit we could put out, and keep it rocking. You know what I mean? Keep it light, keep it fresh, man. It don't have to be, you know, motherfuckers always worrying about money and shit. You know, get a job, or you shouldn't have quit your job in the first place to try to be a rapper or a producer or whatever the fuck you're trying to be. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I know dudes that I'm never gonna say their name on here, but I'll just say it like this. I know guys that have been in the game 30 years, have gotten gold records 25 years ago, whatever else, and they go and work a job Monday through Friday. And that's okay. That is 1,000% okay. I don't know when it became not cool to have a fucking job. You know what I mean? Like,
I know you was on that Kaiju album. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Freaking, yeah. I know. Yeah. I mean, I know. You know. Yeah.
And I know what he was trying to do and what he's still trying to do. You know, he wants to retire. He's old. He wants to take his fucking boat and go to, I don't know where the fuck he wants to go to. I think he said Dominican Republic or some shit. And that fool's just trying to put out as much shit as he can, get, you know, 15, 10, 20, 30, 40,000 here and there, and fucking peace. You know what I mean? And I don't blame him.
I met him. I didn't really meet him when I was down here. A mutual friend connected us together to get a verse, and he lived in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, it was, it's time to get busy. You know what I'm saying? Like, started working with M80 and stuff to get, because him and M80 was a real force back then. But a lot of rappers nowadays have regular jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, the money dries up. You know what I'm saying? The record label owns your publishing anyway. So you're not making no money on the backside a lot of times, pause. You're not making money on radio a lot of times. So you got to find something to do.
A lot of motherfuckers coming in from every side trying to pick that apart. You know what I mean? If you got an A&R guy, you got this guy, you got a middleman, you got a second middleman. All these motherfuckers are all pecking at the carcass. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I mean, and kind of to rewind a little bit, that's the shit that was irritating me. Because I'm like, why the fuck do I need all these people involved with what I'm doing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't need people to be attaching their name to my shit and taking credit for shit they never did. Fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need an A&R guy. I don't need a middleman. I don't need fuck all that. I'm going to go rock directly with my fans, the people who are supporting my shit direct. I communicate with them. I'm not too, dude, I get thousands of messages all the time. And I really try to like communicate with these people and shit. And, you know, I can't get to every single one of them. You know, I try my best. You know, I mean, I want these motherfuckers, you know, I don't think I'm some like big shot or someone who's like too big to just be a fucking human and just take 5 seconds to be like, appreciate the support, you know, whatever else. And, you know, that shit goes a long way with the people who are spending their money on your music. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you're into it only because of music. Or, I mean, excuse me, only for the money. You know what I mean? If you're in it for the money, you need to build that relationship with your fans, man, and like communicate with these fools and talk to them. And that shit'll go. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you're in it for, then like, be a human. Take fucking 5 seconds out of your fucking day to say what up. You know what I mean? Or
do it the right way.
Yeah, do it. Just be a good person. Man.
True indeed. Now you just say you dropped the album with Vega.
Vega.
That's one of our favorites right there. Vega is a good dude. Like, he low key hilarious. Not low key.
Yeah. No,
he's
not
5'12" on his. He's 5'12" on his driver's license.
5'12". Okay, first of all, he could fit in the pocket of any 5'12" person, and 5'12" is 6 foot, son. And I know he meant it that way.
That's wild.
Oh, that guy.
Now,
we love him. No, that's our guy, man.
Yeah.
We started chopping it up a couple years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it wasn't just something that just happened. We've been trying to get together on it, and you know, at the time, so we started talking maybe late 21, something like that. And you know, this is when he first started to really, I don't want to say emerge, because you know he's been doing things here and there, and but I was real busy too at the time. I had my hands full trying to figure out if I want to just keep the gas on and just keep going with all these other albums with all these other artists and shit. Like, dudes really feel like reciprocate the same kind of love and energy. You know what I mean? They're just take the bag and run and not even promote the shit, not do anything with it. I'm like, why the fuck would I waste my time? You know what I mean? Like, those that I respect with dudes that are emerging, with people who I think are really fucking dope, and Vega checked all those boxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's it.
And then once I started talking to him, I was like, oh, this dude's cool too. He's a dad. You know what I mean? And like, this dude's got a life, and that shit's important to him. So I was like, damn, this fucking guy sounds like me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, my real life is way more important to me than this music shit will ever be. But when it's time to go, we put the blood into it. You know what I mean? And you know, I think that shit, you could tell, you could hear it, you could feel it. And you know what I mean? And we took our time with it. We wanted to make sure that the shit it sounded right. Cause you know, he's a confident guy, but he's very aware of what people are saying about him, what people are mentioning in the comments and this and that, calling him a Rock Marcy light and shit like that. Cause he's always rapping.
Wow, really?
Rap on the drumless shit. Yeah, I read some shit. Some guy was like, oh, this guy's a Rock Marciano light or some bullshit. I'm like, it's always the motherfuckers that got like 20 followers and one post and shit that are always talking shit. You know?
I did not think that he was like accounts. Rock Marcy at all.
Yeah, I've never put that together. Like, if anything, like, to me, Vega, the closest person to Vega, I feel like, is King the Divine. And I only say that as far as like apples and oranges, right? They're not the same. Their styles aren't the same. But as far as the complexity and the lyrical ability and and just everything, how they do things, that would be the most alike person I would put him in the same classroom with. Rock Marcy, I can see it, I guess, a little bit, but I would never disrespect Vega or Rock and compare either of them, because Vega spits in a whole different way.
Yeah, style wise, they're not the same.
Yeah.
content-wise, they're not the same.
The beats.
I mean, maybe imagination-wise, let's say that maybe a level of imagination. Sure,
I'd give them that they're both very thinkers. Intelligent. Yeah, very intelligent.
Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah, spitters. You know, but
yeah.
But I put Vega in a class all his own. I can't
exactly.
I can't put him like anybody.
Nope, I can't do it.
All that being said, he was very conscious of, even if that person who made that comment had no fucking, I mean, there's no validity there. There's no, what he's saying. He's just talking shit. That's what these fucking trolls do.
That's what they do.
I want to make sure that this album is completely different than what I've been doing. I'm like, you ain't going to get one drumless song from me, I promise.
I thought there was one, and it started out, but then the beat kicks in, and it's so fucking hard.
That's closest. That was the first single, The Gray Man. I was like,
man.
I was telling people, I was like, that's the one that's going to be as close as you're going to get to a drumless. I mean, I try to make it real subtle, real laid back. I even like detuned the drum and softened it out a little bit, because usually my shit's like fucking thumping,
pounding. Yeah.
So,
well, I'm a drummer, and I'm not the biggest fan of drumless beats, but Vega floats on a drumless beat.
Yeah, that's his shit.
Yeah.
And he puts so much into the writing that I forget that it's a drumless beat. But I did notice it in The Gray Man. I was like, oh, there's a drumless, and you have a very distinct, kind of drum heavy sound. So I was like, okay. And then the drums kicked in, and I was like, oh, it was almost like, you first dip your toes in the water and it's a little cold, but once you're in, it's like, oh, okay. All right, this is it.
Bait and switch, man.
Yep.
Sure. But we wanted, what I mean? And it's, I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we put that one out first, because the rest of the record's going to be personified. It's going to, you're going to be able to tell, like, both of us are in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my signature sounds on it, and that fool's still floating. He's still floating. You know what I mean? I tried not to lock him in. You know what I mean? I made it to where there's still a lot of open space for him to do his thing. He's a good storyteller. You know what I'm saying? He takes you there. That's why, he does good on those drumless joints, because he's not locked in. You know what I mean? And this one, when you're rapping on drums, it got to land.
You gotta hit somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Got to land. I thought he did a fucking fantastic job. I think once everyone hears it, actually comes out tomorrow midnight.
On DSPs, yeah,
digital.
It's out now. We're in the future. It's out.
Yeah,
so we've all been listening to it all week long, going crazy.
Did I catch the back panel correctly? Are you featured on 2 of the tracks?
Yeah. So he asked me to do a verse. I wasn't going to. I wanted to make it all about him. You know what I mean? I told him I don't really rap, man. I'm not a rapper. He started laughing at me. He's laughing.
You got rap albums. Like, what does that mean?
What do you mean you're not? I go, I'm not a rapper, dude. I just, I splash every now and again. I just do my thing. And
ignore him. Continue to do your thing.
Just splash, bro. I don't really take it serious, man. I'm not really breaking my head thinking about writing raps or trying to sit there and write some fucking magnificent shit. It just, whenever I get called to do something, I write it right there on the spot and record it, and it's it. That's done. Like, same thing. This Integrity album, I wasn't supposed to be on it. I did one verse. Etho called me. He's like, yo, he goes, what do you think about just jumping on the whole shit? I'm like, I didn't really think about it. I was like, I didn't think about it. I was trying to figure out a way to make the album work, go out and get a bunch of features or whatever. And, I wrote that whole shit in, I don't know, like 9 days. And I recorded everything in like 2 days, mastered everything in another 2 days. So I pretty much did my whole part in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good time.
Flash on, dude. And like the one that I really wanted to like show, okay, yeah, I could rhyme here and there, do a little bit, is the one that I did with my man J.R. Swift.
I saw that.
Shout out J.R.
Yeah, his shit.
The Pantheon.
Pantheon. Yeah.
So I wanted to, make sure that I came correct and I think it was pretty well received, and it's funny because I still tell the same people all the time, man. Like, yeah, no, I don't rap. I just splashed on that one.
Right. I feel that. I feel that. J.R. Swift's done a lot of good shit for Griselda and shit. Like, people be thinking it's Derringer sometimes. You be like, oh, that's J.R. Swift. Yeah.
Nah, J.R. Swift got his own sound, man. Nobody confused him and Derringer, I don't think.
But the same, the same person who called Vega the Rock.
Oh yeah,
Marcia,
that guy probably would. That guy would.
He's 19 on Reddit. Yeah, that's probably what it is. They don't really know
disparaging the youth.
Yeah.
Classic hip hop to him is like J. Cole or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, almost threw up.
Shout out Future and Kendrick Lamar for making the most mediocre diss album to come out in this millennium.
And everybody's so excited.
Everybody's so hype off it too. But I mean, it's like, hey, cool, yeah, great. Kendrick did like basic rap duty. Congratulations. Like, you know, what have y'all been listening to that y'all are so deprived that made y'all like get super hype? I don't know. But yeah, shout out Kendrick though, man. Pulitzer Prize, K Dot, you know, always gonna rock with him. Salute to him.
But we have to understand that we in our niche market have a large knowledge of hip hop, and the newer fans do not. And so whenever I talked to my nephew today, and I told him, hey, I had an album drop today, and he talked about the Metro Boomin album. Yeah, the Metro Boomin album. I was like, man, I ain't never listened to a Drake, Kendrick Lamar song or a J. Cole song on purpose in my life. I said, no, I did. Yeah, but that's what they like. That's funny. What they like. And us being in our 40s, over 40, you're going to be 40 pretty soon. Like, that's just not really something that we look for. That's not what makes our clock go tick. It's just not.
No, it's like I said it previously, man. You know, I'm into music that has self-esteem and confidence. You know what I mean? And a lot of that era, the people that you're specifically talking about, like J. Cole music, for example, the main example to me, that's not music for people with self-esteem. You know what I mean? Like, that's people who are bumbling and trying to grow up and find stuff. And don't get me wrong, I got a bunch of shorties, a bunch of my little cousins, and all of them that love J. Cole. They swear on J. Cole. Like, oh, yeah, no, he be spitting. And I've listened to it, and it's so soft and mid. I'm like, damn, that's what y'all listening to? But it's cool. It's the same as
moist.
Yeah, moist. Thank you. Yeah, it's very moist. I mean, it's the same as like, you know, Chance the Rapper. You know, I hate Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi's in that same school. All of that type of stuff. I don't listen to none of that, man. You know, hey, if you like that, respect, enjoy that. But you know, you'll never catch. That gets no play in my ride.
So what was the other guy? Danny Glover. What's his name?
Childish Gambino.
No.
Oh yeah, Childish Gambino. Yeah,
Gambino.
Yeah, man. I didn't like anything he made until This Is America, and I thought that was just like kind of a novelty song. I thought it was hot just because of what it was, you know, the statement that it was making. But yeah, I'd never. Oh no, and then he made that one R&B song that's super hot. You know what I mean? Yeah, that whatever song that is. Yeah, that was cool. But you know, other than that, man, he gets no play in my ride.
Whatever song that is.
He was a great Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, he was a great Lando Calrissian. Hell yeah, I love that movie. He was great in there.
That's kind of fire. I can't front. I like Star Wars.
And he's great on that show Atlanta too. Shout out to
He was really good on Community too back in the day when he first got his start.
Hey man, stick to acting, man. Stay off the mic.
Let's not talk.
We love you as an actor, but fuck you as an MC.
Let's take it back. I'm gonna say I know you was coming from the hardcore scene, which the hardcore scene is blowing back up again. It is really profitable. Shout out to Jay Petta with Mind Force. Yo, they just went to Japan. But I remember you saying like you wasn't even listening to hardcore really. You was listening to Wu-Tang and all that shit. Give us five guys like Burgers and Fries that influence your sound, because you're a West Coast MC and artist, and you do have a so-called East Coast sound, or maybe even like I would call it a tad bit abstract-y at times. Like, I don't know, man. It's just
it's a pure hip hop sound, man. Don't just classify it as East Coast. I know what you're saying, Lukey, but I just wanna put that out there. I don't want to make it a regionalized thing, because hip hop blankets the entire nation. It's definitely a pure hip hop sound.
And to me, I think sometimes what sounds hip hop to, if it sounds good, it's good. Like, it sounds amazing. Like, yeah, like Danny Brown with it. I love that beat. Other people be like, what the fuck is this? So whatever sounds good, sounds good. But let's take us back to 5 guys that influenced your sound, that you think influenced your sound.
Right. You know what's crazy, man? It goes back even further than that, you know?
Oh, shit.
I always had music in my life, always around, man. I grew up in a family where the radio was always on. My mom was always playing records. My dad was always playing records. All the little backyard barbecue birthday parties and shit had music blasting, you know what I mean? Because those parties were for the adults, let's be honest, and kids.
Of course.
And so there's always music around somewhere, some way, and some capacity. There's always some shit playing around in the background. Rather it was fucking Zapp and Roger, LL Cool J, or fucking my mom used to like Guy. Remember the old R&B?
Yeah. Guy. Guy.
You can have a piece of my love. Yeah, it's of course.
Good job, people, Jack.
So there was always something spinning. And then my dad liked, you know, he'd listen to like Bruce Springsteen and, you know, some of the like rock and roll shit, some of the old shit. And so I always had like this weird mashup of all this stuff just coming together, man. Like I like the chunkiness of the distortion in the guitars from the rock shit. I like the swing and some of the other stuff on some of the jazz music that was playing. I like the vocals on the R&B joints. I like the bass line on the Cool J records and the DMC records. It was just like having this just plethora of music coming together, man, and just that really kind of like defines the sound, bro. Is I take a little bit from everything and just bring it together. You know what I mean? I like distorted music. I like
me too.
I like low end. I like mids. I like highs. You know, I like all the sounds, but you got to try to figure out how to put it all in there and not have it just fucking sound like complete shit. I've gotten really, really good at engineering now over all the years. So I'm really good at like finding that. Like I just did a beat today, as a matter of fact, right before we jumped on this. It's like straight rock, heavy guitars, distortion, but there's like a Wurlitzer in there. So like this wonky little piano. Man. There's a muddy bass in there. The snare's just crispy, hitting hard. And everything is balanced. I'm like, shit, I'm getting pretty fucking good at this. You know?
Right.
Do you have a Wurlitzer?
My fucking ears would have been ringing, you know? Like, so I think really, honestly, bro, to answer that, man, it's like, it all depends on like what mood I'm in for the day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm feeling, you know, high energy. I maybe might be into some rock heavy, some fucking old DMC, some old LL Cool J type shit, I'm bad type shit, or, you know, like, it just really depends, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really try to pigeonhole myself into any one genre of anything, but obviously, if we're talking hip hop, mainly, solely, my influences, you know, RZA's way up there for me, bro. Like, that dude's probably number one, you know what I mean? Just because that guy did the same shit. Like, he really took a lot of different sounds and actually started learning how to play instruments, so he didn't have to, you know, pay the royalty fees, you know, the sample clearances and all that shit. You know, he started learning how to play guitar and piano, and that's really what I mean. I started playing instruments at a young age and shit, so that's another part of the arsenal that I got that really helps me out. If I can't find a sample that because I'm always hearing shit in my head, like, man, how can I make that come to life? Could I find a sample close to that? Fuck it, I'm just gonna play it live. You know what I mean? Do it live. And you know what I mean? So it really all depends, bro. But RZA is probably up there, number one. I mean, obviously DJ Premier, bro. That dude's just a fucking wizard, man. Like,
yeah.
To the rap album by J. Rue, and I've always been. I mean, I always was a Star fan before. And then, you know, hearing the J. Rue album and then the Group Home album, I'm like, damn, this fucking got filthy, bro. Like,
yeah,
way better than any Gangstar beat that I've ever heard. And I was like, damn, this shit's crazy. It's like side B shit and just like left field, different, just street shit, and that was the shit that I was always into. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the classics and shit, you know, but there was something always about like side B that I always gravitated towards more. You know what I mean? Like I like that raw shit, the grimy, you know, for the, you know, street sound, and so you got those two. And there's a guy who no one really even mentions him a lot, man. He goes, his name's Joey Chavez, and he was around back in the early '90s. He did a lot of shit for like Dilated Peoples,
okay,
RI. He did a lot of shit with like the Alcoholics, Dilated Peoples, like I said, Alchemist, worked a lot with Alchemist. So this dude's dope, man. Yeah, if you guys have never heard of him, he's an old school producer, man. Joey Chavez from
Joey LA. Chavez. We're gonna write it down and give him his flowers.
Yeah, he's super dope.
That's 3.
Plus Alchemist, you know, I've always liked Alchemist stuff. I think, you know, even with you know, seeing how he originally started and to where he's at now, just that progression is killer, man. It's cool to see that he stuck with it, and now he's, you know, the dude's a man. That dude's a man. Everyone's like trying to chase him for some reason now. You know what I mean? Like he's the sought after sound now. Like people want to be the Alchemist. Oh, they cut your lights out, bro, or what?
He ain't paid the bills.
It's motion detected, and I ain't been moving, man. But
hold on, look. Oh, I was going to say, you probably about to say the same thing. I don't want to get too past you talking about the Alchemist. I feel like a lot of people have this weird misconception about him, like he came out of nowhere. But like you said, man, he's been putting in work for a long time. He's paid his dues. He's evolved. He's grown as a student in the game. And really,
a long
time. He is the proof in the pudding of time pays off. If you stay dedicated to your craft, now you are calling the shots, man. And he's been blessed to take advantage of those opportunities. Like you said, man, you know, just probably, hey, when he decided to pick up the phone and say, yo, yeah, Prodigy said he wants me to make a whole album with him. You know, he just goes crazy, man. Salute to the Alchemist, though. And that's another dude. Like Lukey was trying to pigeonhole you and say you have an East Coast sound. People could say Alchemist has an East Coast sound, but Alchemist is a Cali dude. He's a pure Cali dude. So
Beverly Hills.
That's that. Yeah, that's that universal hip hop right there, man.
That whole thing with him, will.i.am, Leonardo DiCaprio is insane.
That's wild. I love that.
3 guys met up. will.i.am from Spanish speaking place, then you had Leonardo DiCaprio. I think they went to high school together. Then Alchemist is over there in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
That is
that's dope.
A wild triple combination.
Oh, you know, that group he was in originally, the Hooligans with Scott.
Yeah.
His dad, James Caan, fucking.
That's right.
Fucking Godfather. You know what I mean? It's
Sonny Corleone.
That's
Sonny
right.
fucking Corleone, my man. Exactly.
That is wild.
With him getting to where he was, but it can't hurt.
It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. He had the resources to help his campaign. I'm not saying I don't feel like he had the connections, because I feel like people were probably looking at him like, who are these punk kids, whatever. But then when they actually demonstrated, him and Scott Caan, when they demonstrated and people are like, oh shit, you guys actually are pretty decent. Okay, well, yeah, let's give them a shot. It just helped them get through the door. And I think they've definitely, especially Alchemist, has definitely done a good job of not benefiting on the fact that he has the connections, right? I feel like he's deliberately said, no, I want to put this work in, and y'all embrace me for that. I mean, I think that's why Prodigy and Mobb Deep fucked with him in the first place. You know what I mean? So
I would agree with that. And I got a chance to meet Al once. He's a humble dude, real cool. Not real like braggadocious or nothing. And he had his authenticity, you know, him and Evidence. And Evidence is another one. Love Evidence. I think his sound's real distinct as well.
Yes.
Always how everything is like, he's really good at chopping and just bringing shit together. So, you know, those would probably be like my 5 from the West Coast, East Coast, kind of mashed together. but there's a bunch more, man. You know what I mean? That's always a tough one to answer. And that's today. You know, tomorrow it could be 5 different ones. You know what I'm saying? It really depends.
The toss up. I definitely understand that. My favorite songs, toss up. Like, boom, be like, yeah, I might say this one day, the next day. Yeah, I get that though, man. It's really it's being well rounded.
Yeah, the nucleus between all 5 of those guys is like Primo was saying. It's just pure hip hop shit, man. Like, you know, it's the drums are smacking, the samples grabbing you, the content's grabbing you. You know, like me, I think the best rapper alive, period, ever of all time for me is Nas. And you know what I mean, like people say this and that about him. You know, they're judging him on the new stuff and this and that. He had, you know, they all went through that weird part of their career in the middle where it was like, shit, what do we do now? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I was going back and I listened to
I'm still here. What am I doing?
Oh, I Gave You Power. That's one of the illest fucking hip hop songs ever made, man. The beat is wild. The content's wild. The story behind how he came up with it. And, you know, some people were giving him shit because Pharoah Monch did the Stray Bullet joint. So, you know, he was coming at it from that perspective 2 years before that song came out. But Nas just flipped it in a whole different way. And he like grabbed you a whole different way. Once Pharoah Monch did, you know, you're seeing it, you're visualizing the bullet going here, doing all this crazy shit. But like Nas put you in the place, man. And it just felt like you could relate with it more. And of course, the beat was just fucking nasty. Primo.
Crazy Primo beat.
Crazy. You talk about the newer stuff. Yeah, I think the catalog is diluted now. You know what I'm saying? It's like orange juice with water in it. Know what I mean?
Yeah, but Illmatic is still going to be Illmatic.
Yeah,
Illmatic's always going to be Illmatic. Yeah, absolutely. You made Illmatic.
To me, so it's like you got Coke leeway. And New Coke. Yeah, you can still get when they came out with New Coke, you could still get the original Coke. It's still there.
Cocaine.
No.
I was like, yo, they laced it with fentanyl, Carl. You could die.
They have tester kits for that, I'm sure.
Why did I think about cocaine instead of Coca-Cola, man? What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Anyway. Where's your head at?
I don't know.
This guy is a little bit off topic. It's funny you said that. You just triggered something in my brain. I got this. Now, he's not even young. He's 36. All right, so fuck that. He's not even young. But he goes to these raves like every other weekend, and he buys fucking Molly and all these crazy drugs that they do at these raves. And I go, how the fuck do you know if you're getting fentanyl or you're getting good? She goes, I got a tester, bro.
Yeah. If you're serious about doing dope, you better have a tester, man. I mean, it makes sense.
Well, you got a tester like as in a dude, right?
Well, that's a whole different thing. You see, Lukey, you're giving away the fact that you were in the slums. No, not a tester like as if you're doing a pass out. No, we're not doing a pass out. We're not looking for a tester. We're not going to call Unc over here and say, Unc, test this. No, we're talking about an actual testing kit with chemicals that will determine what is in your product.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Yeah, the science behind doing drugs.
You're insane, man.
No, man, I didn't know they had I know the cops had the thing where it turns blue or purple whenever they put the stuff in there.
No, see,
people can buy that.
Fentanyl became such a problem because it's so much less expensive and you can cut it into so many different drugs.
And you don't need as much at all.
But fentanyl can kill you very quickly.
Yeah.
And yeah, people were overdosing. And so what they did was, if people are going to continue to do it, at least be safe. Here's testing kits. It will tell you if fentanyl's present.
But it was sometimes it's a bad idea because get off this real quick after this. They were passing out needles. And what was happening was they were getting the free needles and they were going to sell the needles to get their dope. You know what I'm saying? So that was like,
what's wrong with that?
I mean, you give them seeing the opportunity. You're giving them a way to make money.
Okay, but if they're doing that, they're not stealing it from somebody's purse or.
Sounds like they've created their own economy that is circling 7 times. I mean, it's a community
economy.
Yeah, it's a community. It sounds like it's. I don't understand the problem yet. What's the negative part of this? Other than people overdosing, obviously, I don't want anybody to overdose.
They was doing trank up there in
Philly. In Philly. Yeah, the Badlands is a whole different thing. That's Kensington. That's zombie land, bro.
Definitely.
You talking about Kensington? Yeah, that's
we're not
land.
talking about Kensington Station down here in Atlanta either. We're talking about Kensington, Philly.
We're talking about Kensington and Philly.
Don't date girls in Kensington. Yeah, she might be a fiend.
Road down in LA, downtown LA.
Oh yeah, Skid Row.
Same thing.
Like Hell's Gates right there, bro.
Yeah. That's man. It's a real life, man. It's there are people that have devoted their lives to chasing the dragon, and they don't really care about their conditions. So they're living like that out there for real, man. Stay away, kids. Don't do drugs.
Drugs.
Yeah, drugs is bad,
please.
Man. Especially since we have kids.
Drugs are bad, man. Please don't do drugs.
I stick to crack.
I remember you did. Crackers makes fentanyl look like glorious.
If you're gonna do drugs, sell them.
Yeah.
No, wait.
Wait, one of my favorite songs.
Wrong message.
Wait, hold on.
We're getting off drugs.
Anyway, we got sidetracked.
One of my favorite songs is "Lord of Mercy." Lord of Mercy with Planet Asia.
Lord of Mercy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, start this conversation off. Yeah, start this conversation off. Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to all the niggas over 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? Planet Asia. You know what I'm saying? At Planet Asia, I spit a line for the nigga. He laughed his ass off. I was like, oh shit. He thinks I'm dope. Word. Oh shit. Another Cali nigga. I swear to God, I had a Wu-Tang hoodie on. I spit a line for that nigga. He laughed. And then I was like, yeah. Because as a fan, as a rapper, being a rapper's rapper, Planet Asia. How'd that project coming back right there? I'm interested because that's one of my favorite rappers right there.
Yeah.
Me and Asia, we've been talking and been homies for probably about like 7-8 years now, something like that.
Bruh. Y'all met out there?
Yeah.
You in Cali?
Yeah, we first started working. We did a song together with Milano Constantine called Don't Be
Mm-hmm.
That's with the homie J Royale on it too.
Yep.
Nice.
He put that all together, and so that was like the first one, and then we got him on, and then me and Milano got him on our record called Write It in Blood.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we've already been kind of doing little bits here and there and shit, and so after the Cannabis album, we were just like, you know what? I was still kind of on that. I don't know what you want to call it, man. I guess you call it a mission. I was just like, you know what? Let's just keep it rocking, man. Let's just keep going. You know what I mean? And so I took some of the funds out of that record that I made, got with PA and said, what's it going to take? We figured out the number. We made it happen. And, the rest is kind of history, bro. He knocked it out quick. He was in Germany. He recorded.
Wow. That's dope.
He sent everything. And I think the money that I gave him actually helped him pay for his flight home. So, I was happy to do that for him. And, yeah, man, it was fun. We got together, had a really dope album release party. Bunch of people came out. But I'll be honest with you though, man, that was the one that made me start realizing that I need to take the step back and do the shit for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
For other artists, I don't want to make music for other people anymore. And that was the one that I was kind of like, all right, that's it, I'm done. And it wasn't a bad experience. Don't get me wrong. Everything went smooth. The only thing that went sideways was some of the business side of it got a little fucked up because, I'm not even going to get into all that, but that was the one that, like I said, it got me a little disgruntled a little bit.
Really?
That was the one that I learned the most off of. Not all opportunities are good opportunities. Not all business is good business. Not all money is good money, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Product would never tell that side because it's a good product. The album came out dope. It sounds good. Me and him got a good relationship. But behind the scenes, just a whirlwind of shit. You know what I mean? And yeah, it was fucking whack. Fucking sucked. But that's just how it goes sometimes. Not everything's going to be perfect. So,
hold on. So I got a question specifically about that because it's wild that you say that because that's in 2022 when you were really a barbarian savage out here, right? Like it seemed like you were dropping something pretty much every month. like if it was a single or if it was the album coming out later, whatever the case was, it just seemed like you were really active then. And each thing was hidden. And that seemed to be like almost like an opus at that point. It seemed like it was just like, yeah, haha, like you had the Saiyan glow at that point as far as what you were doing. Like you seemed like you were super focused on that. And for you to say that that was the one that caused you the most stress and heartache from all the behind the scenes stuff, like that's a really wild, story to hear about. The fact that you're saying that Planet Asia was in Germany during it, like that makes it, again, that's more lore that kind of just bolsters the story of that album, that particular project. It really makes it it really makes it more legendary. I mean, it seems real gothic, real ill. Yeah, I mean, as we've already talked about. Yeah. I mean, and it's in there already. Like, I feel like it seems like a defining album. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like an album that is a chapter changer, right? Like, it's the end of a chapter, and a statement piece. There you go, Carl. Thank you.
I'm with you.
And then some. So yeah. I mean, wow. Just hearing everything that went into it. Now it's like, oh wow, that's dope.
Yeah, a lot of challenges. I will say this: I'm proud of it. The relationship's solid, and the one thing that came out of it for me that was all worth it was, like I said, me and him we're homies. We're tight. We're close. We talk to each other all the time. And the next one is going to be even better. So that's what
Can't wait. Okay. Can't wait. Y'all got a great chemistry. Yeah, that's going to be dope.
On it, we're working towards it. He actually wanted me to work on Cali. So I got some shit working with him on the solo shit with the Heist the Crown. And then I actually produced some shit for him. He's putting out a double album. I'm not sure when he plans on dropping it, but I got some shit on there. Ooh. And then we're coming back with the Heist the Crown 2. And then, like I said, he wants me to do some shit for him and Rasco for a new Cali agent.
Cali agent's coming back. Oh, shit. Exclusive.
You heard it here.
It's all worth it just to work on those things. I mean, sometimes you got to go through shit. When they say paying your dues, that can mean a lot of different things. You know what I mean? And I said, it's not always going to be fucking a bed of roses, bro. Every now and again, you gotta go through some hellish shit to get to where you need to get to. And it's all good, man. It's a part of the process, bro. And I wouldn't change it for anything. Like I said, these are things that I've, acquired knowledge from, and I use those things moving forward and doing the things that I do now. So it was cool. Yeah, it was a good album. I had fun doing it. And shout out Kobe Honeycutt. We got him on one of the hooks. Amazing R&B singer. We got some shit on the way too. So it's going to be, I'm doing like this little R&B crossover thing with fire. Yeah.
Super dope.
Yeah, we already got Crooked Eye on there. We got Styles P.
Oh shit.
It's going to be fire. Yeah, it's going to be one of those ones.
And when's this coming out?
Hopefully sometime this year, man. He's a real busy dude, man. They got him busy. He's up at Aftermath all the time, and he's always working on hooks and shit for Dre and 50. And this guy is a Grammy Award-winning singer and shit. So they always got him working on some shit. But he reached out to me on the humble tip, bro. Just was a fan.
That's dope.
Connected, and yeah, we're friends and shit now. The most important thing to me, man, when I go in there and I want to build relationships with people first.
That's it.
I could work with anybody. Don't get me. I could make a phone call and work with whoever I want to. But if I'm not rocking with them and there's something just a disconnect there, time, bro. I'm not going to go do something with someone and if there's not some type of something there. You know what I mean? I'm not saying we got best friends at the end of the day, but I got to at least like you a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It works out a lot better with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
work harder towards it.
So indeed. I've come to realize sometimes when you meet your heroes, you don't like them as much. You're like, dang, yo, I didn't know you was like.
Depends on who your hero is.
Cornball.
It's bro. I got another story about that one, but I don't even want to say nothing yet about that one. We could get back together on another time and have a funny conversation about that one. But I will say this though, OG Rap is that dude is the most thorough, fucking just great human being I've ever met in this rap shit.
Wow,
really?
That's dope.
Number one, he's the fucking best guy I've ever worked with. Stand up dude, goes out of his way to make things happen for people, and I was shocked. And I'm not saying that because I was thinking he's a fucking scumbag or anything. I'm just saying like a guy caliber didn't have to do any of the things that he did for me to we had a little situation where, you know, I was producing a record for him, and the record ended up getting bought out by another company and yada yada yada. And he didn't have to go out of his way to do the things that he did to get me, you know, I'll just say it was a nice payout. And it happened. He didn't even want to do the deal with them if they weren't gonna, you know, slide me the bread. And I couldn't believe that guy after 40 years in the fucking game is that solid of a guy. You know what I mean? We only been rocking with each other for, you know, 2-3 years now. So, yeah.
That's insane.
Actual heroes, and the other guys are just fucking.
Yeah. That's why I say it depends on who your hero is.
Absolutely.
True indeed. I met T3 from some village. I was like, yo, this dude right here, why are you talking about yourself in the third person all the time? T3 this, T3 that. I'm like, yo, man, you are T3. Do you know that?
Wow.
It's a weird experience. True indeed.
You know, working with some of these rappers, man, these dudes are egomaniacs. Just I don't know if I've ever met any people in my life, and I work in a construction where it's like I work for a multi-billion-dollar company where these guys, you know, some of these guys are making $450,000 a year, and trust me, they walk around like they make that much. These fucking guys are egomaniacs. And then you work with some rappers that got 15 cents in their pocket. Oh man, you think these motherfuckers are goddamn Prince of Persia or some shit? It's like, dude, ego I've never seen before. And you know, again, I ain't gonna call no one out or nothing. They know who they are. They got to live with that. But this shit's crazy, bro. Working with some of these dudes is exhausting, man. But
it's the same thing with athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, a lot of times, here it is. A lot of time, having talent comes with being an asshole. Why? Because they think they're better than somebody. You know what I'm saying? Now, anybody can get knocked out. Didn't Buster Douglas knock Tyson out? You gotta keep your guard up. Always keep your guard up. You know what I'm saying? Because someone might knock you out. It's the Royal Rumble. You're gonna get thrown out the ring. If you have that attitude, then you always will have that hunger, and you might not get knocked out. But everybody can get knocked out, man. I don't know why your jaw affects your knees. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
Yeah. You know, I was gonna say one thing real quick.
You all go.
That's 1,000% the reason why I started rapping again.
Okay.
I said, you know what? I don't think. Why am I gonna pay this guy whatever the fee was? And trust me, I don't have no problem paying people. You could ask anyone who's ever asked me for money for this and that. No problem. Let's get it rocking. But then you got some other people where they just can't quite read the room. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I'm up here and some motherfuckers are down there, but you know, look at the catalog, look at the work, look at that. Sometimes things are just unspoken. You don't have to tell no one about it. They see it, they go, bet, let's work. Let's get this shit together. Let's get it rocking, whatever. You don't have to remind them, hey, you know, I'm kind of, you know, but I was dealing with this one guy years ago and he was making it all about him. And I'm just like, kind of, it's funny what you're saying. He was talking to himself like in the third person. I was like, you know what?
He was doing that shit. I hate that shit.
This guy. I was like, I'm gonna take all the beats that I was gonna originally give him, keep them, and make and do my own shit. And that's when Vulgar Display came out.
Okay. Shit. That's what's up.
that album was very well received. It actually charted.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a good record. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to come out and make it a statement piece or nothing like that. I was just like, yo, I could do this too if I wanted to. You know what I mean? If I really put my mind to it, shit, I could rap. You know what I mean? It's just words. I could put words together.
So indeed. But do you feel like
that's crazy?
I feel like this. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who it is. I feel like I can hold my own with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like even in basketball, it's something you can do better than me. But I'm gonna get on there and do my thing. I don't give a fuck. I feel like that. I feel like fuck it. You might score 30, but I might get 25 or 10 rebounds and win. You're gonna lose. You might have a Carmelo game, score 50 and lose, nigga. Well, I'm trying to win.
We're a lot alike in that sense, because if I'm just doing my own shit, I'm just having fun. You could tell you could tell I'm into it. I'm doing my. But when I get featured on something or I'm with someone, you could tell I turn up it up. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely do. It's funny. I'll send you guys a little clip of this new thing I'm working on. Shout out my man Daniel's son. Me and him got a Daniel's son. We got a track on there.
Sansini.
Yeah, my man. We got a track on there with RJ Payne. And
okay.
I sent him the record, and that fool hit me back. He was like, "Yo, son, you blacked out on this shit." He goes, "I goes,
that's dope.
How the fuck am I gonna have to come after Payne and you?" I'm just like, bro, good luck. But you know what? He brings his own flavor, man. That's why
I was gonna say somehow he'll find a way.
Absolutely. Yeah, he good.
The best. That's not his thing. His thing is just making it like feel good. You know what I mean? And like making that sound dope. Like he's not, like I said, I wouldn't, and they no disrespect to Son. You know what I mean? I think he's very talented, super dope. And that dude's been grinding for years and years and years. Yep. I don't think anybody would be like, oh, that dude's like a Vega. You know what I mean? Or that guy's like somewhere just super insanely lyrical, just the content is insane. No, but he's a really good MC. No one could dispute. But there's certain level.
I don't know.
I agree with you 100%. I feel like
I don't know, man. I don't
well,
know.
No, listen, Lukey. Let me tell you. I agree with you 100%. I feel like he's an MC's MC, absolutely. Yes. Daniel's son demonstrates at a high level, and it's undeniable. He has a feel to everything that he does. Mm-hmm. And like you said, he's not trying to be the most super lyrical. He exists in his own world.
He does have a sharp pen.
Vega's technical.
Oh, but yeah, his pen is sharp. And his vision, he hits you with the visualizations. You know what I mean? He hits you. Daniel's son puts you in the situation, whatever he's talking about. You're sitting there right there with him while he watching the bucket get busy as he riding around in the Fiend ride rental, going elsewhere, going to visit the instrumental, the drummer who needs that extra little sniff just to be able to make the kicks hit harder. You understand what I'm saying? Like that, he sets the scenery so well, man. So
that's why he's
an LMC. Yeah, that's why he's an elite MC. Absolutely.
And the voice in the slang.
Yeah, his voice,
so
of course. Yeah.
Daniel Son is one of my top 4 or 5 for a very, very long time.
Absolutely. So, he lives in his own world. He lives in his own world, and he's definitely a top tier dude. Absolutely.
And shout out to the Raz Fresco Daniel Son album. I thought it was supposed to be Future Wave Daniel Son and Raz Fresco because Raz Fresco said that shit. But yeah,
maybe that's coming soon too. You never know. Them crazy Canadians, they out there going, "Hey man, stop pausing words, man. That was just normal talking. No one thought about that way."
You know what?
What are you talking about?
In the timeline I've been on, so from day one, the very first song I ever put out, the single, was with Danielson.
That's what's up. Yeah,
been rocking ever since. So. Not only
he's a good dude
as a artist, as an MC, but he just as a person. That's he's cool. That dude's super cool. He's real humble. He works, and with all those things he still manages to get things done in a timely manner.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So that's why he's top tier for me as well. Just besides the talent, his character trumps all that for me.
All that, yep.
True indeed. And did you see him at the hardcore show? He was at the hardcore show, and the next day he had a black eye. I thought he was in the pit, but that was something else that happened.
That dude, you know,
he has a good time.
Yeah, people think Toronto is just this really fun, friendly place.
Toronto ain't sweet.
It gets wild.
Yeah, he said they had to cancel one of his shows because motherfuckers pulled up on him shooting and shit. You know what I mean? Shot the show up, you know? So
I remember that shit.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Shot in the ground after he got knocked out.
Wasn't that the show that
yeah. OGB
Music Man Ben?
Hey,
yeah.
OGB ducked the pistol.
Shout out.
Yeah, because he woke up and he ducked the. Yo, imagine.
Shout out OGB.
Yeah, that shit is wild, man. That was a great story. That was a great time. Yeah, but yeah, you've been rocking with a lot of legends for a minute. Well, legends in our culture, and that's to me the only matters. I don't really care about Metro Boomin. You know what I'm saying? I just not on my radar. Like, so this is our radar. This is our community, and you're a big part of this community, man. Yeah. So,
a lot to me, bro. I work hard. I try to stay humble. I try to stay diligent on what I'm always trying to elevate. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to keep it going, and I listen. You know what I mean? Like, people want me to work with this guy, that guy. I really try to make that happen. Like, people have been asking for a record for fucking forever. You know, pardon the wait. It's here. It's definitely worth it because this shit is. We both have just come a long way, and now is like the perfect time for that connection to be made because you're going to be able to hear it on the music, man. It's probably some of the best shit I've ever done for sure.
Right up.
You know, I'm like I said, bro. I'm always available. I try to make myself as human as possible. You know what I mean? I know some people try to, you know, they put this persona on and, you know, they live and die by that shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, bro, take the body bag shit out of the scenario, man. It's just Ben. I'm just right here, Ben, just a regular fucking dude, just trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take care of myself, take care of my family first, most important. And whatever time I got left, you know, I try to, you know, focus out on the craft and make that shit as good as I possibly can, bro. So I appreciate you guys acknowledging that shit. Bro.
No doubt. But that body bag, Ben, that's a dope ass name, B. Can't, well, like MF doing with the caps. Body bag. There's no body bag without the Ben. What? That sounds so stupid. Right. That's word. Without Ben, there's no body bag. Yeah. Put them in the wrap. Zip them up.
Yeah, if you guys have never heard of him, man, that'd be another one you could write down. Mark Ford, super dope producer, MC from around Oxnard. Bingo. Worked with a lot of people. He just put out a record not too long ago. Got Conway on it. This dude's real ill. Super talented, man. He actually does all my shit too. Whenever we do videos and shit, he's the one that does it. So really super talented, faceted dude, man. And yeah, I give that dude a lot of love, a lot of respect. Real true homie right there.
So indeed, you rocking and rolling, man.
Our wives get along, so that's important too.
Big bonus.
It's always a plus. I remember who was it? Oh, Zaza guy was on here talking about I can't be friends with people who cheat on their wives because we ain't gonna have nothing to. It's cool to find somebody that has common ground with you to hang out with. You know what I'm saying? It's always plus if your wives get along.
Yeah, bro. It took me a minute, bro. Like I said, I'm 40 now. I've been with my wife now 7 years. We've been married coming up on our 1 year anniversary. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. And she just stepped out of the room, so I could just tell you guys right now. I was out there fucking around, man. It took me a long time. I had to go through the plethora of you know, what I thought I was looking for, and you know what I mean. And shit was looking kind of scary there for a second because it was just like, damn, all these bitches are out here. They're all, excuse my language. It's like, damn, they're all the same. You know what I mean? Like, and the same. When is it gonna when am I gonna find someone that's like I could just communicate with, man, and just not feel like there's some kind of like agenda there or some kind of weird saying like they don't have their shit together. Man, my wife's fucking master's degree from Berkeley. She's fucking fuck, dude. I don't know how the fuck my dumb ass landed there, bro. I'm definitely lesser ape in that scenario for sure.
True indeed. Me and Finn
you just have to trust that she's very intelligent and she chose you for a reason. So you might not see it, but she does.
Hey, I'm running with that one.
True indeed. Me and Finn, shout out to Finn, man. He just won another Juno Award up in Canada. Yep. We were supposed to do a record, R&B record called "Fuck Until You Find Love." And that's really what it's all about, people. You gotta fuck till you find love.
Got that bass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, you might be onto something, man. But boom, that was supposed to happen like 5-6 years ago. We still might do that shit. I don't know, man. I'm back on it right now. Who cares? I don't know, man. It's a good idea.
TikTok, you can't be talking about it for 5 years, man. You could have already been on part 3 already by now.
Tell him, body bag. Tell him, Ben.
We could have had the Juno Award, huh?
Missing those opportunities.
Stop talking about it, man. Yeah, stop talking about it. Do shit, Lukey. All you do is talk about what you're supposed to be doing.
Hey,
you heard me.
Shit. Not do shit.
Oh,
you're a doucher.
Yeah, you're right, man. But yeah, I talked about the Exclusive Parties of the album and it finally happened, huh? It finally came out. So
yeah,
man, my
finally
word
did it.
Hey, yo, 3 words, motherfucker. Be my friend. Word. Carl, what else do we have, bro?
So we only bring people on here that we really want to that we fuck with. And when I look at you, especially after this interview, you're kind of at this perfect intersection of staying grounded, finding the balance for family, doing it for the love, and having talent. And what that gives us is this amazing catalog that you've put together so far. And when you said earlier that you won't get into those situations, you're going to do it because you want to do a project. Yeah. Stay with that. Don't ever break that, because it's going to continue to expand that amazing catalog. And I'm here for it.
Yeah, that brought it up. Yeah, man. It's awesome. I chose to get back to the roots this year, bro. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of really dope, super talented, like, cats that are not getting enough attention, not getting enough shine. You know what I mean? So whatever platform I got to start help build some of these cats up. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do some shit with that dude Sean Lynx.
Sean, what up?
Sean, super dope. With Jamil Honesty. My homie Noah the Flood. Of course, we did the one with Vega.
Amazing.
Speed the Marksman.
Oh, really? Yep. Okay.
I'm not even kidding. My homie Fast Life. Shout out to my man Fast Life.
Shout out Fast Life. That's one of my. I forget what the song's title. That's a long time ago that y'all did that joint.
Yeah, Duck Season. Yeah, that one. People like that. My man Sauce Heist. We're doing ones. Fucking super crazy. So I wanted to get back to that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just me having fun now, bro. Like, really, it's just having fun. You know what I mean? Not putting so much emphasis on the business side and taking care of, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say sometimes when you're in the graveyard, bro, like, and that's what I call it, man. These dudes laugh at me sometimes when you go into the graveyard and you start working with some of these older dudes, you start to feel, you know what I mean? Like, anybody listening, any of the younger dudes that get anything out of this thing, stay out of the graveyard.
And all of those names you mentioned, you can go into our catalog for all the viewers, and we've interviewed all of them because they're all fucking dope. Sean Lynx, all of them. So,
and I have the only one we got is XP, but
XP we haven't. That's right.
He's on the lineup, ain't he?
Yeah.
He's like, I think he's on the list.
Yeah,
Yet.
Primo Jab's keeping the list secret, but yeah, you'll probably see him.
Hey, man. Yet.
Soon.
He's like an underground, like, hustler, bro. That dude books his own European tours.
Yeah, he did.
That dude does
Went over there and killed it, man. Dope ass dude.
It's the first time he's been over there like 20 times and shit. You know what I mean? And
that's dope.
So that dude's
that's dope.
Bro, he's a grinder. So yeah. I got one with him. I got one with the homie UFO Feeve.
Oh shit! Feeve on the run, man.
You know what I mean? So I'm listening. You know what I mean? I'm listening to people that are asking me to do records with certain people, and you know what I mean? I want to be able to bring these things to life, man, because like I said, 5 years could go by real quick, and we could jump back on here 5 years from now and be like, oh yeah, you know, that Phoebe album would have been dope if I had just done it.
They'd be like, yo, Body Bag Benny, I'm still doing Fuck Till You Find Love too, man. It's on the way.
You know what's funny? I got a homie that every time I see him, I used to rap with this guy. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like 18 years ago, we'd do shows, and he'd be like, "Carl album coming out this year." Every year, 15 fucking years go by. He's still on stage talking about this year. It's coming out this year.
10 years from now, we'll still be on top. Yo, I thought I told you, but we won't stop.
As this year, it fucking cracks me up, man. So every time I hear that, you remind me of one of my homies. So,
what? Yeah.
Do that shit. Do it.
Yeah. Eventually, it'll. I don't know, man. I'm focused on rapping right now. I'm focused on having that sword in my hand, riding a mechanical horse, chopping off heads of demons and robots. Right now, I'm getting back to that shit, yo. Primo Jab, what else we got, bro?
Man, again, thank you so much for everything, for coming on, and I really just want to highlight the fact that, just like Carl said, having you on here has been a really pivotal point for us, because you're the type of dude that's existing at a point in his life. You're very humble. You're very focused on the things that are important. And it's obvious that it's in your craft. It's being displayed when you're putting stuff out. I was going to ask you who you wanted to work with. You already listed.
Yeah, you got
it. Motherfuckers instantly. You're tapped in. You're thriving. You're living in this ecosystem. Like I said, I asked you months ago. You know, we set this up months ago. So for you to be on here on the same day that you and Vega put out an undeniable ill project, I mean, come on, man. It's like I said earlier. You've been working real hard, and that's why you're here. That's why I feel like we are honored to share you with the world and talk to you today, because you've been working hard, bro. It's time for people to meet you and be like, oh, this is the dude who put out those albums with Ito. Oh, this is that dude who made this song. Or, he's dope. Oh, that's the dude who did the Planet Asia album. Oh, come on, man. Like, you got legendary accolades on your resume. Salute to you. Keep your focus. Keep doing everything you're doing. Congratulations for the baby on the way, man.
Hell yeah.
You know, hey, man, you know, we just happy that you are an amazing, authentic individual and decided to hang out with us. Thanks a lot.
Definitely. Well said.
Not sending the email.
Oh, yeah, that was my fault, because, like I said, it was stuck in my drafts and it didn't go out. I thought I sent you the time, so that was not on you. That was on me. I'll eat that. You know, that's, you know, I'm not perfect. Only God's love is perfect.
Well, look at this. I got this. You probably can't see it, but this is a whole list of albums. I got.
Oh wow, that's a list of albums that you're working on.
Yeah, it's about 45 right now.
Wow,
damn.
Prolific.
P. Daniel Son, Saucites, Fast Life. No.
Oh, hold on. Before you keep saying that list, and I want to shout you out for really just even though you called it the graveyard, I want to shout you out for the respect and the honor that you paid to Kool G Rap, and sharing that part of the experience of knowing Kool G Rap out here. Because Kool G Rap is one of the godfathers of this thing.
Period.
You know, He's a dude that when he came out, like we previously talked about, people who have a singular style that people can try to imitate, but there's no imitation of Kool G Rap. They can they can imitate the imagery maybe, or they can imitate the themes of Kool G Rap, but there ain't no imitation of Kool G Rap. So yeah, thanks for even mentioning and rocking with him and building with him and you know, confirming that he's an ill motherfucker in real life. You know, that's dope.
And work with him. Just know that the business you're going to do with him is going to be solid.
Oh, can't wait. Okay, bet. Say less. All right.
Also, before we get off here, go ahead.
This list that you guys might get a little excited about. So
go for it. Read the list. List. Here we go.
Finally gonna fucking figure it out. Me and Diamond been trying to get one in for goddamn shit.
Mickey?
We're finally gonna connect.
Oh, shout out Mickey.
Mixzilla. Okay.
For goddamn 5-6 years now. Both of our lanes just went like this. You know what I mean? That guy's went on his run. I went on mine.
Yeah.
Now that lane's gonna go back like this. It's gonna. I really want to work with that kid Josiah the Gift too. I think
he's super talented,
super dope.
Keep going.
I like his style. Yeah, he's working. He's grown on me quite a bit. Speak of the graveyard. No diss. My man R.A. the Rugged Man. I'm gonna be working with.
Okay. Wow, you gonna be the Rugged Man back? Okay, come on. Okay, I can see that. That's a good synergy. That's definitely a good synergy.
That dude's so cool, man. He's like one of the fucking funniest guys I've ever met. My man Terminology. We're gonna try to figure out some shit.
That's what's up. What up, Tom?
Yeah, Bub Styles. People been
nice. Boar's Head Bubs.
Mm-hmm.
Cool King.
Yeah, I just got to figure out how to craft my sound to his. Oh, you know what to do,
Billy Dance.
Just keep it raw.
Listen to MOP, and then you'll understand.
I was thinking,
just listen to a lot of Brooklyn shit, and you'll figure it out.
And then all the other ones I said. I got a whole list here, bro. But Chino XL, that album's already done, finished.
Okay,
that's crazy.
Figure out, what we're gonna do with it. So, but no, man, it's been fun, bro. I've had a lot of, like I said, opportunities, and I've been very grateful for everyone, including this one. You know what I mean? I sometimes when all you're seeing is just things on the internet, things on Instagram, or you don't know who the person is. I think sometimes people get a little envious, people get jealous, and I have people follow me and unfollow me all the time. And I think that's some sucker shit. You know what I mean?
Weird.
It's like
weirdo shit.
Like, don't be mad because I'm moving. Don't be mad because I'm doing this. Go work.
Yeah, you can do it.
24 fucking hours in the day that I do. Use them. You know what I mean? Like, don't let me hold up your process, bro. And that's the biggest thing about the social media shit is people just get so caught up in what other people are doing, they forget that they're supposed to be in. You know what I'm saying? And I think being older and a little bit wiser now, you learn how to just block out all that noise and stay focused on what you're doing. And so you might look at that as being selfish. It's not. And if it is, fuck it. Spend enough time pandering to other motherfuckers where I'm going to spend that time on my record and my drop and
exactly
that, you know what I'm saying? And I'll get back next week or whenever, you know what I mean? Like, let me have my moment. So, but at the end of the day, this is what you're going to get, man. And I'm like I said, at the end of the day, bro, it's just, I'm here to connect with the people, man, and just be as transparent as I can. And, you know what I'm saying? And just keep it moving, bro. Keep it fresh. Keep the energy up, and just keep knocking out these records, man. And just hopefully leave some shit behind for my kids to be proud of. If there is such thing as music in 10, 20 years from now, who the fuck knows what they're going to be into then? You know,
who knows, man?
Yeah.
So yeah, my daughter.
They'll be pling plopping their bang bangs and shit, man. Who knows what the fuck's happening? My
daughter listens to Playboy Cardi, and she'll be playing that shit. I'm just like, what the fuck am I listening to?
I'm lucky my kid doesn't even like rap music. She be confused. She likes instrumentals. You know what I'm saying? So
that Playboy Cardi, dude. Trust me.
Playboy Cardi sucks. Is that okay to say? Let me say it. He sucks.
The only song I like him on 2 songs. Earthquake song, Tyler the Creator.
I don't like him on any song I've ever heard him on.
I don't know.
Anytime I've ever heard him rap, I've been like, who the fuck is this guy rapping? And people be like, oh, that's Playboy Cardi. Like, oh, no wonder I hate it.
I don't even know what he be saying.
He's proven that he sucks. Yeah, that's a sign of somebody sucking, Lukey.
It's a sign of subjectivity. Before we get out here, I'd like to shout out the Rob De Niro album. You got 2 Strength in Numbers. Shout out to Rob.
Shout out Rob De Niro.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a great brother. You know what I'm saying? A Good dude. Another father out there too. Yeah, we out here doing our thing. He's been on the show as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, everybody out there, before we get off here, Joey Chavez, correct? And Mark Ford.
Yeah, Mark Ford. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So boom, go out there and do your homework. I'm gonna go to get off here in Joey Chavez and Mark Ford. Dude produced for Valley of the Peoples, Joey Chavez. Yeah. And Mark Ford got a comedy on the new album.
And Defari.
Defari? Oh, Defari.
Defari. Yeah, Defari.
Yeah, Defari. Yeah, so boom.
Yeah, I'm about to check it out because I'm a fan of Defari, man. He was a spitter.
Absolutely. And
sounds like Evidence and Alchemist mashed together.
Okay.
And he's active still?
I don't know if he's still active, bro, but in the 90s, that dude was everywhere. And like
shout out the 90s West Coast.
Yeah, man, they were
the hip hop West Coast out there. They were, they had a lot of gems.
Yeah. A lot of people
did, yo.
Alone and all that Project Blow shit. Like that shit was, it was guard type shit, but it was still super dope,
Still super dope.
All balls don't bounce. It's probably one of my top.
Yeah. AC Alon is one of them dudes, man. Shout out to Mystic Journeyman. If you know, you know. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
This happened. This will be the last thing I say. Is I'm trying to make an AC Alon Cool Keith thing happen.
Ooh,
that's for all rap nerds out there.
Hey, yo, let me know.
Posted on that.
I'll take it.
Hey, yo,
I'll take it. Yeah,
I'm cool with contribute anyway. I'm the biggest nerd in hip hop.
Yeah, put Lukey on it. Lukey would be actually very good on there. Yeah, you'd be great on that album with them.
Estallone with L's. I got a song Cool Keith. That shit came out hard, pause. But anyway, if you do that,
you guys need
hi.
Yeah. Let me know, fools. I got you.
Well, that'd be amazing, man. Yeah, it's like him and Doom made it cool to be you. How about that? That's what I gotta say. Be you. Be the best version of you. And be around people you can be you with. That's the whole thing with Body Bag Ben was saying right there, yo. You block out all this outside noise, do you, be the best you. You doing a great job being you, Body Bag Ben. BBB. You know what I'm saying? Word. Triple B.
Dudes, well, again, man, I appreciate you guys for having me on. And like I said, if you guys need anything, if you guys need some joints, let me know, man. I got you.
Nice.
We in there, pause.
Nice.
Yeah. What's up? What? Shout out. Everybody,
Record 46 on deck.
Yeah, yo. Whoa, you nailed it, Carl. Right in the Meek Mill. No Puff Daddy. Anyway,
oh man,
you been watching episode 136 of the Abyss Podcast. We'll see y'all motherfuckers next week. No P Diddy.
Peace.
Oh.